Okay, so I am actually mixing colors off camera now. I apologize, I did not mix them on camera for you guys. I will make sure I do that for the next video. But for this one, I got these pieces of wood cut from Home Depot, but you can go to Lowe's as well. They will cut wood for you. I sanded them down, I primed them twice, and then I picked out my fiberglass and came up with my shape. And I put resin on these a day before. So I do like for my resin and my jewels to be set before I go in and start creating my painting. So just a little bit of background for you guys. So for this one, we are doing red, white, black, and it's an antique gold metallic color that is absolutely beautiful. It's by Dianka Pours. Look at it, it is just like so amazing. It rises to the top once he touches it, so you guys will be able to see that, as we go throughout. But what I like to do is I just start by outlining my fiberglass pieces. And I just got the fiberglass off of Amazon. I'm not really like sold on one brand as long as they're not super huge pieces, which I do see sometimes, but I'll honestly just crush them. But I like to just outline them, and that makes a huge difference at the end. It just makes them look so good and so sparkly and special, because they are. I mean, you literally go through and pick each individual like rock fiberglass piece for this. So I outline it, and then I'll come in with my white. And one thing that I want to note, so I usually use more white than any color, no matter how many colors are in a painting. I'll always mix it in a larger cup, but then once I'm pouring, I like to pour it in the little small like Dixie cups that you use for like mouthwash. So if you guys can see here, I have a ton of white mixed off camera, but this just helps control how much I'm putting down. When I first started, I was, pouring in that large cup that I was mixing in. This entire bottom piece would have been white because you just can't control it. It comes out so fast, and it just was not the best. So if I can give you guys one tip, that is exactly what I would do. And then I'm just gonna come in with my red and kind of speed things up so that you guys don't have to listen to me talk throughout this whole thing. But yeah, so that's kind of just like my process and how it works. So mix up all of your colors. If there's a larger color, put it in those smaller Dixie cups. It will save your life and probably save your painting. So there we are, speeding it up, and we will talk right after. So as I'm getting towards the end, you guys, my craft room was a scorcher. The sun was beaming in through my window. So my resin actually started to cure much faster than usual. So like you guys can see at the top, it's not really like all melting together very nicely, which, okay, whatever. I can fix it. But if you are mixing a bunch of colors, you have these two pieces, just make sure you do kind of work quickly, especially if your space is a little bit warmer, because the resin will begin to set much faster. The resin that I have now has a 40-minute work time, but again, if it's hotter, then that's going to be cut down by like 10 minutes. So it takes, you know, at least like 10 minutes, maybe 15 sometimes, depending on colors, to mix your resin together. So just keep that in mind. As I am finishing up, just, you know, melting all the colors together, I'm gonna let this set for 24 hours, and then you guys will see in a second, but I'm gonna come back and I'm going to outline and kind of clean up some of these lines with gold glitter. So this is actually a very important step that we'll see in a second, but it just helps bring a little bit of like a clean, elegant, I would say, look to your pieces. So I do mix more glitter than resin. I know you're technically supposed to have like a 1-to-1 ratio, but for this, I don't like for the glitter to spread out so much. And so the more, I don't want to say loose because that sounds weird, but the more liquid like that it is, the resin will spread more. So I kind of like my lines to be thinner when I'm putting this on. So I'm just showing you guys really quick. Sorry I didn't zoom in, and I am just gonna go through this part like really fast, but all you're gonna do is go in. You don't have to follow all of the lines, but just clean it up a little bit. You can see some of them where it looks like, you know, where you mesh them together, it's not as pretty. And then this is the next day, so we are on day 3. And this, I am just now cleaning up my glitter lines. So it's definitely a process, you guys, but I mean, it's so rewarding at the end once you see it. What I did for this is I just used that same antique gold pigment powder, and then I put a little bit of my gold alcohol ink, mixed it together, and then I did zoom in for you guys for this one. But this is just literally, you have to go very slow. You want to make sure your lines are clean and nice looking, and you're just going over and lining all of your glitter lines. It's actually very relaxing, I'm not gonna lie. So this is what it looks like. It just brings it together and it just makes it look so much better and so much cleaner. And then we're going in and we are going to draw lines. So I do this same day. I do let my outline of the glitter dry, maybe for like a couple of hours, but this part I can do same day as well. So we are still on, what is it, day 3, I guess, technically for this, maybe 4, because I didn't show you guys the first step when I put down all of the rocks, but I literally have no like rhyme or reason for the lines. Sorry, that's not helpful at all, but I just try to put some in spaces where, you know, there wasn't a ton of black. My black kind of got lost in this painting. So at the beginning, I showed you guys gold, white, and a black paint pen. I really only just ended up using the black. I used white in some spaces, but it wasn't as like vibrant as the white. But go through, make some lines, have fun, be creative, and then, you know, you guys will end up with this stunning, stunning piece. So enjoy this process. It is very relaxing, especially if you have like really good music going in the background. finish this up and it's same day again. I always like to put a flood coat on top. I feel like it just makes it look so much better and so much like shinier after you go in and do the glitter lines and outline the glitter and your pen lines. So I just put a clear coat on top, and that's usually, you know, my 100% last final stop. So I'm gonna pour some, and then you guys will see me kind of spreading it around. I got this spreader, I think it's from Resin. And it just really helps just to make sure that everything is even, because sometimes I can't really tell. So there's the spreader. They have different sides. So I usually use, I think like maybe the medium comb side, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But this is actually really, really helpful. And it's exciting because we are almost done. And since we are almost done, I am going to finish spreading this, and then I will show you guys the final piece. Just a couple of pictures and things for you guys. So enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is my very first video. I'm so excited. So if you did enjoy it, like it, subscribe, tell your friends, your family, your neighbors, whomever. So thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day and your week.